herzlich willkommen. Rucha is Khoth here from Flora Language Solutions. No more on ruchaflora.com. What is the most important thing that we all use while learning German or any other language for that matter? Take a guess. It is usually a dictionary. Today's video is going to be about the best online and offline dictionaries that will help you ace your German language game, or even if you have already studied German, we don't know all the words usually in a language, right? So a dictionary is always helpful or useful not only to learn new words but also to learn the source of the words and a lot of idioms. So let's begin today's video. By the end of the video, you will be able to have a list of 8 to 9 comprehensive online and offline dictionaries with their specialities to up your German language game. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell to get future updates. Best online dictionaries to study German. The first dictionary on my list is dict.cc. Dict.cc. Now dict.cc is one of those dictionaries which tends to give you 90% of the meaning or 90% of the translation as well correctly. I would like to take the example of Google Translate here. Now this is not a bad review as such for Google Translate, but as a personal experience and a Google Translate user in my initial phases when I was learning German, I found it a bit confusing because whenever I used to type something, only for a few phrases which were correctly or grammatically typed, I used to get the correct meaning. Otherwise, it used to be a little bit haywire and weird, and I used to wonder, oh, does this even have a meaning in English? That is why I found dict.cc when I googled about which is the best online dictionary to learn German. Now dict.cc had one speciality. It not only helps you during your translation, but it also gives you the correct articles and the source of the word. That is why it also improved my understanding of the etymological meaning of the German words. The next dictionary on my list is DeepL. DEEPL. Now DeepL I found very recently, but DeepL has been in the market for I think more than 2 or 3 years. The speciality about DeepL is that when you search for a word alphabetically, it also gives you the related meanings or the related synonyms for that word in a very comprehensive way. Let's take a simple Oxford English Dictionary for that matter. When you search a word, you get 3 or 4 synonyms. But DeepL on the other hand gives you much more synonyms and also much more context in which those words can be used. The next dictionary on my list is Vidalingua. Vidalingua. Vidalingua has one of the most peculiar specialities that I have seen. While I was using Vidalingua, it also gave me the articles for the related words. Now there were other dictionaries who gave me synonyms of the words in German as well. But on Vidalingua, you find the articles of the related words as well. Now I think this is one of the best features in Vidalingua because when you tend to compare it with the other online dictionaries in the market, you don't get the articles for the related words. So if I'm finding the articles of say 5 to 6 words at one place, I think it's really a win-win situation for a German language teacher or a learner like me who will get all the articles at one place. The next dictionary on my list is Leo or Leo. Leo, Leo. Leo is really good for beginners because it also gives you the example sentences of the words you are finding. So, say for example, you search for a very simple word like der Kuli or a pen. Yeah, so it will also give you the context and the sentences in which you can use pen as an object, as a subject, etc. So it will tell you how you can use der Kuli, den Kuli and dem Kuli. And I find this feature really exciting and helpful. The next online dictionary on my list is Babylon. Now Babylon is more of a translator than a dictionary. So if you really want to search the source of the word etc., then I would not recommend Babylon. But if you're actually looking for sentence translation, say for example you're reading a book, a German book, or if you're watching a German movie, or if you want to learn the lyrics of a new German song and you want to know the specific meaning of a sentence, then Babylon translator will will help you in such a way that it will also give you the idiom meanings to be 90% of the times really correct. The next dictionary on my list is Farlex, Farlex. Now, Farlex is a little bit similar to how Vida Lingua works, but one small difference between those is that the color combination that is there on Farlex. I think the way Farlex functions, like navigating to the whole dictionary or even finding my way through the mobile dictionary, was really helpful and useful, because when I was searching the meanings of the verbs on Farlex, it not only gave me the meaning in present, past and future tense, but also present perfect, conjunctive eins, conjunctive zwei, and many other forms which I would have with first person, second person and third person, etc. So from A1 to C1 level, I think Farlex is a really good choice for any learner. Okay, till now I have given you a list of 6 dictionaries, right? But I want to tell you that all these dictionaries are not only available on the laptop or or your phone on the Google Chrome browser or the Firefox browser, but they are available on Play Store and App Store as well. So you can find all the dictionaries that I am listing out here on the iOS system and an Android system. So it's a win-win situation. If you're studying on a laptop, you get it on your Chrome, Firefox or any browser you are using, and you can even download it from Play Store and App Store and use it in the form of an app. So the next dictionary on my list is Collins. Now Collins is not only a very good online dictionary but also an offline dictionary. That is, even if you use the German, English, German Collins dictionary in the form of a book, it is going to be really useful, and both have the same characteristics more or less, the online and the offline dictionary. But personally I prefer the Collins offline dictionary just because of the sheer use of the blue color that is there, and online as well. I think it is one of the most efficient dictionaries which I have seen. The font, it's bold, the meanings are given in another color, so navigating becomes easier. So I think the visual effect of the Collins dictionary is really good, and that is why I will recommend it for the B1 and the B2 level when your German learning enthusiasm is at its peak. The next dictionary on my list is Lingui, Lingui. This dictionary is really useful if you're searching for idiom names in German. Now, idioms like Sprichwörter for that matter are some things in German which, if you put on Google Translate, for example, Schwein haben, they will just say I have a pig, which is not the actual meaning of Schwein haben. Schwein haben usually means to have luck or to have a stroke of luck in German. So, if you're really willing to find out what one idiom means, what is the actual meaning and the context in which you use certain idioms or Sprichwörter in German, then Lingui is your choice, and dict.cc, the first dictionary that I told you, also does a very good job in telling you the meanings of idioms. The next dictionary on my list is a bit of a funny name, so please don't laugh. It's basically Pons. Yeah, I know you'd laugh, but please don't laugh. I'll tell you the spelling. It's Pons. So it's not the other thing which you're thinking. It's Pons. Now, Pons is really good for connector type of things. By connectors, I not only mean conjunctions. I'm also talking about Verben mit Präpositionen, mit Nomen-Verb-Verbindungen, etc. So if you're really very keen on after the B2 level, so B2, C1 and C2 level, B2, C1 and C2 level, the higher levels, or even if you have learned German already, or you're just studying German, reading German, and don't know the meaning of a particular Verben mit Präpositionen or Nomen-Verb-Verbindung, like the noun-verb connectors, etc., or even your other connectors, where you have certain phrases, then Pons is going to be your best dictionary and your helper to give you the meaning not only in English but many other languages as well. Last but not the least, okay, the last dictionary on this online dictionary series is Ultralingua. Ultralingua is really useful for school kids. Now, why I am saying that it is useful for school kids who are learning German, or even beginners for that matter, but school kids for that particular matter, because the way it is designed and the way the content is actually put out for the viewer is in a very teenage form of a way. So, if you're an avid reader, if you really love studying, and if you have a book and you're looking for something to refer, not only in a paperback form but also online where you are studying and when you're actually accessing something, I really find Ultralingui to have that flashcard feature, to have that feature where it will capture the reader's interest. And why I am saying reader, because I am a person who actually goes and reads the dictionary if I find it to be visually appealing. So Ultralingui is visually appealing as well, and I think that's one of the most important factors that will help you in learning a language. In the end, I just want to give you a list of some paperback dictionaries as well that will help you in German. So my top 3 picks are Langenscheidt, 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 Pons, again, don't laugh, and Collins. Yeah, so Langenscheidt, Pons, and Collins are the ones if you are not an online person, if you really want a dictionary in the form of a book where you want to go alphabetically, see the meaning, or read a dictionary. Because I used to read dictionary as a hobby when I was in my 11th standard, because I used to have a bit of a free time. So if you're that kind of a person and really long for a paperback copy of a dictionary, then these 3 are the top picks for you. That was all on my side today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Also share this video with your friends, and do let me know in the comments below if you would like me to make videos on any other topics related to German or languages, or where you want information, and I will make sure that I can help you out in whichever way possible. See you in the next one. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.